One thing I notice about insecure people is they would always try to humble you, and literally they will say little things to pick at your self-esteem over time until you realize, like, that's weird. But if you don't question it, or if you don't realize what they're doing, eventually it's going to work. So whenever someone says anything to you and it makes you feel some type of way, realize what they're doing so you can come back to reality.
Understand that people always want to humble pretty people because society is intimidated by confidence. Anybody that is self-aware and truly loves themselves, and you pretty, you put on your makeup, you smell good, you do what you need to do, you on the right track, people gonna hate on you. And I don't understand it, because when you insecure and you're this version of yourself, is you always get that, girl, lift your head up, you so pretty, you so beautiful, oh my God, like, lift your head up. But the moment you lift your head up and you realize, oh my gosh, like, I am her, I am him, you don't need that push now. And I've become this version of myself that's like, I'm T. Now everybody, you think you all of that. They stuck up. They're above the program. Well, which one is it, bitch? Because it's like, when somebody literally is insecure, you want to uplift. But when they're not insecure and they love themselves, now you want to tear them down. Like, what? Honestly, you have to realize that there's power in that, though. If you watching this and you struggle with that, because I do, where you, no matter what, like, people think, like, because somebody beautiful, they DMs is flooded. Because they beautiful, all the niggas want them. Because they beautiful, opportunities and this, that. You'd be surprised. Like, beautiful people have life good. Pretty privilege is a thing. Clock it. But I also feel like you become the most hated when you are beautiful, when you are self-aware, when you walk in a room and you demand it. Because I know who I am and you have your head up. People hate on you because of that. So what I will tell you, at least for myself, you have to quiet the noise and really find your own voice. And that's powerful. It's hard and it takes a lot. But when you get there, you will feel so much more free, because people may come around you and try to shit on you. Like, you ain't all of that, or you this. But it's important for you to be self-aware, and it's important for you to know who you are. Because when you have them haters and the cockroaches that come your way and try to tear you down, you know who you are, so you immediately can clock, check, and go back to your day. Because you're like, listen, that's not phasing nothing over here, because I know who I am. Don't let insecure people get you down. Keep going and keep your head up. All it is, don't be mad once you get there. This is a good thing. When you finally get to a place where you're like, I know who I am. I'm that girl. I'm that boy. That's not a bad thing. Sit in that.
This is why they will try to humble the pretty girl. So when people go out of their way to try and humble the pretty girl, it is a way to make you feel unimportant. It is a way to make you feel small. It is a way to make you feel inequivalent. So mainly it is done to trigger insecurities in you, to leave you thinking, was it me? Was it something that I did? Or what's wrong with me? Ultimately, it's a manipulation tactic. It's done to put you in your place or to put you in a box of some sort. These type of people are narcissistic, and they often run in cliques, and then there's always a ringleader. So people like this will often need an entourage or a fan base, or think of them as yes men or yes women of some sort, because they lack the confidence within themselves to go after their targets, individually, and they don't want to come off as a hater or as jealous or as envious. So these type of people are not pleased with their own identity, so they'll target you, the pretty girl who is confident within yourself, which will often trigger the insecurities that other people will have within themselves. Or it'll trigger doormat insecurities, like insecurities that they didn't even know that was there, that they didn't even know existed. And because these people have insecurities within themselves, they will try to bring you, the pretty girl, down in whichever or whatever way they can, as a way to compete with you, to prove that they are better than you, to prove that they are on a higher level than you, because these people often stigmatize pretty girls as mean girls. Like, from their perspective and in their minds, they're thinking, there's no way. There's no way that you're beautiful, caring, loving, funny. You're not jealous of other people. You're not envious. And God forbid you're funny. Oh, and God forbid you know how to dress. You just made yourself public enemy number one, honey. You don't even know it. If you are a beautiful girl who commands the attention of any room that you walk in, unfortunately, there are going to be people that will purposely go out of their way to try and dim your light. Because your aura, because your glow is already big within itself, unfortunately, not everybody is just going to be able to appreciate your beauty, to appreciate your presence, and let it just be that. Other people are going to go out of their way to try and diminish your light. They're going to try to diminish your character as a way to make you appear smaller. They want to be able to prove to themselves and to other people that, see, she's not all that. She's not that special. I told you she was just an average Jane. It's not only a way to assassinate your character, but it's also an attempt to take that main character energy away from you and place it on them. These people are attention hoggers. They want the attention all for themselves. They don't want nobody else to have it. And if you come around them and you start to take the attention off of them, they're going to assassinate your character. They're going to start creating diabolical plans. You're their target, right? They want the light off of you and they want it on them. They want all of the attention. They want all of the compliments. They not only want to be the star of their own show, but they want to be the star of your show as well. These people are covert narcissists. So their tactics to try and humble you as the pretty girl, it's not seen by others. It's very soft, subtle, but it can be very deadly. Not only can it be deadly in a physical way, because I know that you can see how other people take matters in their own hands when they feel envious or they feel inferior to, a beautiful girl or a pretty woman. But it's more so of a spiritual thing. This can also be very deadly spiritually because, it's like a spiritual assassination. These are essentially character assassins. And if you are a beautiful woman or a pretty girl and you come across these type of people and they find you to be a threat, then you become their target. These type of people only go after people that they feel threatened by. And if you consider yourself to be a pretty girl or a beautiful woman who has experienced this type of victimization by not only your peers, family members, or a group of groupies, because essentially that's what they are, you should take pride in yourself knowing that you are exactly who you think you are and you are who they try to make you feel as if you're not, which is being that girl. And don't get me wrong, being that girl is about being physically appealing for sure. But if you are that girl and you know that you're that girl, you know that it's not just about being pretty. You know that it's not just about being beautiful on the outside. It's not just about the exterior. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of healing. It takes a lot of growth, because pretty girls are often bullied, and that's not talked about enough. Pretty girls are bullied. Pretty girls are isolated. We are shoved to the side because we're pretty. People expect us to be strong. People expect us to be perfect. It's like we are, put under this spotlight that we did not ask for, because it's not like we asked to be born, looking this way. We just came out like that. There's a lot of, like I mentioned, there's a lot of scrutiny. There's a lot of bullying. There's a lot of picking yourself up. If you're that girl, you're not trying to go behind somebody's back to try to snake others, because you wouldn't want somebody to snake you. There's a lot of, shadow work. There's a lot of growth. There's a lot of healing, because pretty girls are often victimized by even their own relatives, by even the people that they see on a daily basis. So it's like, not only do you have to go out in the world and fight for, your place in life, you have to fight for your place in life at home. You're kind, you're loving, you're nurturing, you're caring. And then on top of all of that, you're not a pretender. And unfortunately, we live in a very shallow world where other people, or when other people come across a beautiful woman who's not pretentious, they just cannot grasp it. They cannot wrap their minds around the fact that you are beautiful and you're not pretentious. You're not a pretender. Like, they cannot fathom the fact that she's beautiful and she's not fake. Oh no, there's no way. There's no way. And they cannot be having none of that going on. They can't have none of that going on. So don't worry about the haters, pretty girl. Keep shining and keep doing you, because obviously you're doing something right.
Pretty girls that are confident get humbled the most, okay? I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I have noticed that a lot of my friends that are pretty girls are always in some sort of bullshit with people. They are the number one to get humbled by people. And the psychology behind that is actually very simple, because when you are a confident girl and you know that you're confident and you're pretty, people are just going to want to humble you. They want to bring you down to earth. They want to say, who the fuck do you think you are? You're not that special. But if you were not confident, like if you didn't have any confidence at all, and you were just like some regular person who just didn't have any confidence and is always vocalizing like, oh, I cannot wear that, because I don't have confidence. I cannot talk to that person because I don't have the confidence. You're going to have number one motivators. Everybody's going to be motivating you, because the psychology behind it is that people become confident or feel confident when they are helping somebody that has no confidence at all. Even if they're not actually confident, the fact that someone is helping you, to lift up your confidence makes them feel confident. But if you are a confident person, it means that nobody has to help you out in anything. Nobody has to do anything for you, because you are already set. You don't necessarily need the help from anyone, because you already know what the fuck you got going on. And those are the people that get humbled the most, because it's like for the regular Joe out there, it's like they cannot take it. They just cannot take the fact that you are confident and you know what you're working with.
Welcome back. Class is in session. This is Bitch University for the girls that are sick and tired of being taken advantage of. This class is for emotional self-defense for the pretty girls who get subtly attacked, undermined, and humble-checked for no other reason other than simply just existing. This isn't about being mean. It's simply about protecting your energy from people that want to be you. Today is lecture 2, which is expect jealousy, but never shrink for it. Jealousy doesn't always look like hate. Sometimes it's masked in advice. Jealous people won't always come at you loud. Sometimes they'll try to be really subtle about it or seem sincere to really tear you down. Maybe things like, you should be more humble. You've changed. You're so confident now. It's kind of intimidating. That's not feedback, that's projection. They don't really want you to improve, they just want you to shrink smaller down to their level. When someone's tone doesn't match their words, believe the tone. If someone says, you look so good today, but their face looks bitter, trust the face, because sometimes people just can't lie with their face like they can with their tongue. If they congratulate you, but then immediately make it about themselves, that's jealousy in sheep's clothing. Never downplay your beauty or success to make other people more comfortable. You don't need to say, oh, I just got lucky. No, you need to let people know, I worked hard for this. Don't apologize for taking up space, you earned it. Shrinking doesn't make people like you more, it makes you easier to manipulate and control. When people come for you, don't defend, just observe. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your glow up or for your hard work or for the way that you look. The second that you defend yourself, you hand over the power. Instead, you can say, I hear you. Oh, that's interesting. You're entitled to your own opinion. To each their own. And walk away unbothered, because the worst thing that you can do is show these people that they actually affected you. Protect your wins like you protect your peace. Not everyone deserves to hear your good news, okay? Some people are preying on your downfall with a smile on their face. Don't post everything. Don't tell everyone what's next. Let them find out when it's too late to sabotage it. You don't need to clap back or take revenge on people. Your lifestyle is the clap back. Let them talk, let them watch you, let them stay mad while you're glowing and successful and happy and beautiful. People will only try to humble you when they feel beneath you, and that's when they want to bring you back down to their ground. When you're doing nothing but simply just existing, it's all a projection. Just act like you didn't even notice. Who are you? Okay? Ignore. Always remember that envy is loud and self-worth is quiet. If someone is constantly commenting on your looks, your success, your outfits, whatever, it's because they're keeping score. When you know who you are, you do not need to announce it. But they will, Every single time. Pay attention to it. If you want to be liked, keep being a people pleaser. I promise you, you will lose yourself along the way. If you want to be respected and protect yourself, shine brighter, speak less. Never explain your shine. It's not arrogance, it's self-defense. Class is dismissed. Comment unbothered if you've ever had to smile through fake support, and let me know what you guys would like me to talk about next. And as always, I will see you guys on the next one.
People who try so hard to humble you. And I'm not talking about those who need to be humbled, but those who are just walking in their alignment, in their truth, in their being, in their confidence. And someone is just waiting on the sidelines to just tear them down. I'm not gonna lie, this little piece of my hair fucking scared me. Anyways, like, you could be feeling yourself, you know, maybe you in the mirror, like, you know, you just got ready because maybe you going out and somebody's just looking at you like, oh, that outfit is too much. Or they be on your social media, maybe you make a post and they under your comments just backhanded as fuck. Like, oh, you're not that funny. And just saying all these things. And it's like, damn, bro. They try so hard to humble you. Like, I can be aware of the fact that I'm the shit, but not have to brag about it.
When you are a pretty woman, you will deal with people that will try to do a few things. One being, they will try to invalidate your experiences. 2, they will try to find fault in your character because they are triggered by your beauty. And 3, they will purposely misunderstand you to make things more difficult for you because you're pretty. I know this because I've seen it throughout my life, my whole life. And I've watched it happen to other people in real time. And I know that this is an app that is filled with people who like to get in comment sections and do these types of things to pretty women who advocate for themselves, who talk about certain topics that people are uncomfortable with. This is my space. This space that I am creating on this app is mine. I will not tolerate people trying to infiltrate my spaces to do any of those things, okay? You're not allowed to get on this app, get in on my profile, in my comment section, and try to do any of that stuff. I will not allow it, okay? This does not make me a mean girl. This does not mean that I think that I'm better than other people. This is a boundary that I'm setting now while my following is very, 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 very tiny. We're going to start, this is where it starts. And I know the tactics that women do to invalidate a pretty woman's standpoint or experience, or attack her character or the way she looks because she's threatened, or try to find fault in something she said, or try to misunderstand. I know what women are capable of, and I won't allow the shit on my page. No, you cannot ask me personal questions to try to, it's little things I just, no. I don't think women hear the word no enough. And I don't think women are accustomed to people being direct with them. I'm not allowing that stupid shit over here. You will be blocked. It is that simple. I don't have to internalize your opinion. I don't have to I don't have to consider what you're talking about. I don't have to do any of that. Yes, I may have shown up on your FYP. That is a communal space. Your For You page is kind of like walking down the street and you see a bunch of houses. You see a bunch of houses. Now, if you so happen to see a video and it sparks some type of interest in you, once you step in the comments, you have entered their yard. So you went to the house and stepped in their yard. Okay? Once you click on the profile, you have now entered their home. That's how I see social media. So once you get in the comment section of someone's post that you don't agree with, or you want to do that little thing that women do when they're triggered by a woman they see on there, when you do stuff like that, understand that you're now in that person's territory and they get to run their shit how they want. And this is how I choose to run mine. I'm not letting people do that thing. I'm not letting women do that here. No. Go do that somewhere else. Take that shit elsewhere. Okay? Y'all have a great day.